Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money.
What's up, everyone? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Welcome to Crypto Plunder, where there will be no champagne sipping, crypto pumping. I can only give you the real in the crypto world. Today is March 7th, 2018. And by the title of this video, you know I am talking about the March dip. I've been talking about dip since January dip, right? So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But of course, let's get into a few things that are going on. First things first, I haven't seen any news. As far as I haven't tracked any news right now, but there are some things going on. I think it's Binance, that the guys in the Discord room, Blazing, brought it up. Binance sold all my altcoins. It was on Reddit. So it looks like there's a problem on Binance right now with people losing funds. This just happened to me as well. All holdings sold via, sold to buy via, blah blah blah. Binance can assist in recovery. So right now there's potentially some problems on Binance. Again, I haven't checked. I haven't seen any news on it that has come to the forefront yet. But we will talk about. I will, in the Discord room, in the general, we'll keep abreast of everything and we'll try to keep pumping out the information. The guys have been great in the room trying to highlight the issues or highlight problems and find the stuff. So great work, guys. Thank you for all your hard work and for keeping the community abreast of the BS that is going down. Now, we already know it's a red day. I'm not gonna, I've gone through the news, and if you've been watching the channel, we go through news and highlight the fact of red news will equal a red day. That's basically bad news that you see in the market will of course translate to a sell-off happening in the crypto sphere. Well, there's some good news, but let's just go ahead and kind of jump into it now, because like I said, if we look at it, you see we're in the midst of a major dipping point, and Bitcoin's energy consumption, the consumption of energy used, the energy used from the mining hardware to validate transactions are still going up. So again, there's not like people aren't investing in the hardware, in the infrastructure of Bitcoin validation of transactions. So we know Bitcoin is still doing what it needs to do as far as validating transactions. The problem stems from the fact that the SEC has announced, and let me go, actually, thanks to the group, I can actually let me see where it is. News came out from the actual group. Here it goes, SEC. And I want to thank, I want to thank Decrypt for putting this out into the community. As you can see, potential unlawful online platforms for trading digital assets. So I will leave a link in the description, or you can go into the Discord room and just look up what you see Decrypt put here as far as sec.gov, and if you put it in the search box, you should be able to find it. My thing is, guys, I have to go through this. I'm going to go through it. For me, it doesn't change my business strategy. Again, I'm not treating cryptocurrencies as an investment medium, right? I'm not looking at it as an investment medium. I'm looking at virtual currency, digital currency, cryptographic currencies as another way to capitalize the business structure for Toxic Hustle, right? As the lead dev for Toxic Hustle, my goal is to be able to generate have the business generate revenue, and that revenue can come from multiple streams, whether it be royalties, whether it be publishing commissions, whether it be advertising, whether it's selling of products and or services. All of that is our base for generating an income for our business. So these things for me are annoyance, but they are what they are. And I believe, let me go up further into the group. Brian had brought something up from Reuters, that virtual currencies are commodities. A U.S. judge ruled this. Again, if you see things like this, you know that the idiots are still afoot and they don't understand a damn thing about what they're trying to rule on. Like, you can rule whatever you want, for a time, a certain group of people will rule 3/5 of a human being, but that doesn't change the fact that you're still a human being 100%, right? So you can have a person rule on something, and it doesn't make it that it's going to be able to be held up, especially when you bring a burden of proof. My thing about legalese is always, because I had to study contracts because of music and because of royalties and copyrights and all that other stuff. So I have a background in understanding there's loopholes and gray areas you can kind of journey towards. So long as you have a burden of proof to your argument, then they can rule whatever they want, but you just have to set a precedent. So as long as a precedent is set, then they really can't, they'll have to reevaluate their rules, because they can create whatever rules they want. A judge can create a rule in a specific district, but it doesn't mean that it's federally mandated, right? It's just a rule in, let me see, commodities by U.S. futures. A federal judge ruled on Tuesday. So one federal judge ruled. I didn't show me the entire, like, it wasn't like it went to the major federal judges that had it ruled on, right? So one federal judge said that, hey, this is a commodity or futures, but it's not, right? Just like how Brian said here. Where did he say it, Brian? Right here, Toxic Hustle. Seems that the government still doesn't get crypto. It doesn't, because here is where I shut down this being a commodity or a future. I am not purchasing Steam. I am earning Steam. I am publishing on a platform to earn more Steam from publishing. That's closer to royalties than it is to a commodity. And then what happens when you have the YouTubes of the world that come into play, right? Where there's a place that allows you to put your videos up and you earn revenue on it. Oh, wait a minute, like DTube, like Flixo, like there's other companies out here that it's not a commodity, it's a utility. Like YouTube is a utility. It is a place for you to put videos up, right? Facebook is a utility. It's a place for you to interact socially with your peers. What happens when Facebook creates a digital currency? What happens when Amazon creates a digital currency? That's not commodities. That's a utilization of transactional power, right? Or that's a utility to be able to transact on the platform, right? So you can't say that this is a security, right? You just can't. Where is it? You can't say that this is security. I'm going to actually Let me open this up. I will put a link to this one as well. But again, I don't think that they can say whatever they want. 2018 is going to be the year for us to just deal with the fact that these guys are going to start trying to pass laws because they're scared. And then what they're going to end up doing is having to rescind them, because I'm already seeing it happen where lobbyists are getting in play. You have governments, not governments, you have businesses that are understanding it faster, and they already have lobby power, and they're turning around and looking at the government and saying, no, you can't do that. No, you got to stop that now. So I'm not worried about them, guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. We don't buy crypto. We earn our crypto. We treat this like a business. All of us should be thinking as business owners. And I have to look into it again. I actually found an article, but I will have to find it again, in which the tax obligations for cryptocurrencies were addressed. I'll find that video and I'll either put it in my next one. Yeah, I'll put it in my next one, that I'll show you where the tax obligations are. But as long as transactions are, as long as the energy used to do Bitcoin transactions are still on an incline, and not a decline or flattening out, so long as we have we have software platforms, whatever you want to call it, that we're earning our crypto on, these things that come up will get muted out later down the line. So don't trip too much on it. Don't stress out. And as East Coast Crypto and I have talked about, and I actually said in the room, I'm highlighting that this may be the beginning of our dip. I wanted to highlight it earlier, but the news just wasn't. Like last week, I wanted to, basically say, okay, the dip might be coming, but it kept going up against this monthly line and kept bouncing back down. And it started off, it was like green. I was like, well, maybe it might do a run. But one of the things that I noticed back in Monday was that the volume was decreasing. Right? And that's one thing that I do check. Like if you come down here, look, the volume is just decreasing. It's just going down. So I didn't see any surge in volume to support keeping this price the way it is. And it proved itself out. So when I'm looking at my charts, when I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is a potential time for the dip, I'm saying that because there's no volume right now. Not only do we not have volume, we have now the SEC. 1 year later, see, the SEC ETF decision came when? Right here, around the 13th, the 6th to 13th. Well, I'll say 3/6. Here we are. We now have a new SEC decision, and it's right around that same timeline, the first full week of March, the first real week of March. Here we go, our first real week of March. Here's a dip. Now, this dip is going to potentially be, as all the other dips have proven to be, like when we had this November dip, it was larger than the dip we'd had before in the last November dip. So, and then we saw this huge January dip that happened due to the South Korean FUD. We had this huge January dip happen, and that dip was larger than the January dip before it, right? And the January dip before that, and the January dip before that. You can see they barely even registered when you take in comparison this dip that happened here, this huge January dip. So I'm looking at this March dip and I'm wondering, are we going to be bouncing back down here? But that's going to depend on the news. Like, I don't see enough news, and now that the SEC has put this big fearmonger story into in circulation, I wanted to do my video today because that was basically the story I was waiting on. I was waiting on a big story that could start putting some fear in the marketplace. And then when you look at what's going on here. Look at the market cap. Well, now we're under $400,000 worth of market cap. Right? We were at 469 just not too long ago. If we go into it and then we look at our market cap, just let me slide this over. Right? We look at this market cap. You can see we're now decreasing again. We're going down in market cap. We're bouncing on this line now. We're heading down in market cap. We were up here on the 5th, and now we're going down. So that means market capitalization, money is exiting potentially out. So we'll keep an eye on market cap. BTC's dominance I'm not too concerned about, but you can see that. Let's just flip this around. You can see this means the entire top 100 is down. Everybody is down, and it might be due in part to this Binance hack that seems to be on the rise, where something might be selling off, but we'll see. So again, guys, the SEC doing what it's doing. This is not a commodity. This is not a future. So not the SEC, the judge ruling, the federal judge ruling that this is a future. Steem is not a future, and the SEC saying that it's potentially unlawful for trading. That we're gonna have to deal with. This, the only way around this right here is going to be what we talked about. I believe I talked about it earlier in the beginning of this year in January, or I believe I touched on it in December, where I said we need to start looking at decentralized exchanges. Like, everything needs to be decentralized, because there's problems that I see with censorship, right? In a free society, how can you put restraints on a free person unless you're not free? So what I'm looking at now is we need decentralized everything, right? So when we're looking for products, one of the reasons why I am hunting for the best things to get involved with as far as projects in the crypto space is I'm looking for decentralized platforms. And it's hard because there's no real serious decentralized platforms that I can make my case on, right? I need a decentralized video platform. Who's going to be the next YouTube? We need a decentralized publishing platform that you can get paid longer than 7 days. Like, I like Steem. But my problem with Steem is that you only get 7 days to get paid, and after that, you're not getting paid in that anymore. Now, that's not a major problem, because I found a way to be able to now take the earnings I've created and make more earnings from it. And I'll walk through that in where I talked about Minnow Booster. So if you go to my wallet and you see I've earned from Minnow Booster, I've actually finally gotten some of my delegation back. So I'm gonna walk through probably next week, or I want to say next week sometime, because I'm still tweaking things down and getting everything together on a strategy for taking your Steem. But my basic Steem stratagem, right? Your Steem strategy, which is how you're going to treat Steem. You're going to treat it as a publishing platform. It's going to earn for 7 days. You can only earn on that for 7 days. I'm going to show how to boost your posts to get more visibility to a particular post. And then after that, be able to walk you through, once you've earned already on your article, how to delegate some of the capital that you've earned into delegating it to other people to continue to earn, right? And then you can even lease, like, people can send you delegations. That's going to be the next thing I'm going to work on. So give me till the end of this month, because I'm still figuring out the stratagem I want to use for Steem completely. Again, like I said, I don't like pumping any coins, and I don't pump a coin. What I do is I try to give you a fundamental practice that we're doing. Like, this is what we're doing as a publishing company. Like, this becomes our way of becoming a publishing company. That's part of our business, is to be a publisher of media, right? And to be in a media business, we're looking at commissions and royalties. So, or licensing and royalties. So you basically have to lease out part of your delegation to be able to continue to earn. And then it's also publishing. So we're creating a publishing media business wrapped around Steemit for now. We figured out a way that we can extend our earnings. And I want to show that and share that with you. Give me till the end of the month. Right. And because I need to be able to make sure that this is a solid play, and then y'all can start running with it consistently. I would suggest, if you are because we are going to be, once this dip really hits hard, I suggest you grab up some plays at the low. Buy low, and you're not selling high, because again, this isn't an investment. You're putting this into your publishing business, right? See how I'm doing this? You're putting this into your publishing business. Steemit offers you a way to create a publishing business. Minnow Booster gives you a way to extend your royalties in your publishing business, delegating some of your publishing power, your Steem power. If Steem is the publishing platform, you're going to delegate some of your publishing power to someone else who will give you more publishing, who will give you either Steem. You can license it to Minnow Booster itself, and they'll give you Steem dollars. As you see, I have here SBD. Then I can also get some Steem from whomever else I want to license it to, and get more Steem to get more Steem power, right? So it's up to you how you want to handle your publishing business, but this is what we're doing to be able to not treat cryptocurrencies as a commodity or a future or a security. This is not a security. This is a publishing platform. And when more and more utilities like this come out, it's going to make their rhetoric harder and harder for them to digest. And then they're going to turn around and say, oh, wait, when Google comes and says, hey, we have a coin doing da-da-da-da, or Adobe says, hey, we have a coin that's going to be utilized in how we're paying the people on our Adobe Creative Cloud platform. See, then they're going to have a harder time dealing with that. What we're doing is getting a jump on the business model first, so that we're entering this business model before all these idiots figure it out, right? When I mean idiots, I mean the government idiots. Before they figure out that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this isn't a security. They're going to have to just say which is securities and which are not. And then those businesses that can show we are a utility-based play, a utility meaning it's already something that's being done on the internet, like social, like video, like publishing, like music. When happens if Spotify decides to start paying royalties directly to a user, or Pandora decides to pay royalties directly to a user in not in regular US dollar, but in validation of transaction? What if they come up with a peer-to-peer streaming platform that can grow their infrastructure without utilizing hardware that they have to purchase? They can now utilize other people's machines. That changes their business model and lessens their financial burden, so they can pay these crazy royalties to the artists, especially the major artists, without having to pay for all this infrastructure, right? They can lighten their technical load with hardware, all the money they're paying on hardware, and just pay fractionary to other people. And it'll lighten the load, and it'll make the royalty system work again. It'll work for everybody again. Then we get into licensing. What happens when you start licensing your music and start licensing your beats and start licensing your videos or your intros, their intro music to people on a grand scale, and all of that's being validated on a blockchain, and you're paying everybody on the blockchain to validate and to use hardware and all this other stuff. What happens when it becomes a utility play? The government can't maintain the BS. So for this March dip, we're going to keep watching the news. I am already highlighting that the dip may be upon us, that we might now be in the beginning of it because the news has shifted towards it. And so I don't want you to stress out. I don't want you to flip out. East Coast Crypto Discord room. East Coast Crypto, make sure you're going to the Discord. The link will be in the description below. Like I said, these guys have been amazing getting news to us immediately. So be sure that you join the community, because the community is definitely there to help out and to keep us abreast of things that are going on. It's better to have a bunch of eyes than just your single pair of eyes, right, on a problem. I have, with the East Coast Crypto community, now jumped in and gotten some of my stuff on a masternode with Bill. Waiting for, I think this week, I don't know if we're getting payments this week, but I believe in the community coin. The due diligence reports will be coming out soon, because I was waiting for this dip, because I wanted to be able to start to grab and allocate stuff for the business at the lower price points. I've been waiting to get that, so this way the things that I talk about will make sense for you to go ahead and jump into. And I'm also still looking for things to get into, and that the SIV will be what I go ahead and say, hey, you can purchase any due diligence reports that I launch with SIV. We'll be working on that soon, so just keep an eye out for that. If you need to earn, if you need to start thinking about your earnings, I would suggest, if you haven't subscribed to Toxic Hustle, subscribe to Toxic Hustle. Again, we'll be working more in depth to helping you build businesses, build business strategies based on blockchain and crypto technology. It's not, hey, let's pump, buy, sell. Then you're treating it like what these guys are trying to put rules in place. And we're not thinking that way. We're thinking smarter with this, because if you could invest in the internet before the internet became the internet, who would you buy? Who would you put your money behind? Who would you be backing? You would be backing specific utility plays. Or if you were able to get on a service before it blew up, who would you move your content to? Right? So that's what we're looking for. And while I like YouTube, we're still looking for the competitor in the decentralized space who's going to take them out. But subscribe so that you can get updates for what we're doing and how we're doing what we're accomplishing with the business. And we're going to talk a lot more this year about Toxic Hustle as a business, like what we're doing with our business and how we're building. We're even going to be putting AI into our business model. So sign up and keep abreast of what we're doing with the company. I want to thank everybody that's been listening to the music. I've been noticing I'm getting a lot more saves. People are saving the music to the playlist, to their own private playlist, and I truly appreciate that. Thank you. I am going to be back in the studio. I just needed to get a lot of things for the community taken care of now, so that I would have the headspace to be able to do that. Plus, I also have to work with some clients so that I can pay the bills, right? So it's good when you work on your own, but if you're not hustling, you don't eat. So I want to thank you for listening to the music, and thank you for supporting and checking out what I do, some of the old albums that I have. I will be releasing new songs soon. But the link will be in the description below if you're interested in checking it out, if you haven't done so already. If you want to start earning your royalties, again, I treat everything the same. So what you hear from me in the crypto space is no different than what I'm going to give you in every other space, because the US dollar is just a fiat digital currency now anyway, right? So if you want to start earning, I suggest you sign up to CD Baby. They pay you directly to PayPal. Upload your MP3s, high quality MP3s. You can even upload WAV files, I believe. So start uploading your content and start earning your royalties. This will put you in Spotify. This will put you in Apple Music. This will put you in Amazon and a lot of other places. So I suggest you go ahead and do that so that you can start earning your royalties. Take those royalties and then put them to earning your crypto, because your royalties will get paid out. When you get your payout, you say, I put it into my publishing platform because I'm publishing stuff on a platform. So this way you can treat it like earnings. You can treat it like income. Treat your cryptocurrency like income rather than treating it like a commodity, a security, or a future. Okay. If you are a producer, I suggest you sign up to BeatStars. I do not have any investments in it. This is not I'm not affiliated with them as far as I earn from talking about them. But I suggest you join BeatStars, that you can put your music up and start tracking and get earnings from your music going out. If somebody wants to use, you can give away your music, right? Give away your beats and people will put them on their videos, and then you can start earning off of the fact that people are using your videos on their channels, because this BeatStars will put a signature on there, and then every time it plays, there'll be a copyright flag that happens, and then they will be able to, and you can say, hey, if I'm giving it away for free. If you use it, please understand that there's a copyright. It's not a negative thing. It's just this company collects my copyrights, my royalties. It's yet again another way to earn your royalties. Okay. Crypto Plunder t-shirts. We are starting to ramp up some more. I've created another shirt based off of old Benjamin Franklin. The Crypto Mafia Life went ahead and gave him the bandana. Had to work hard on this bandana. So yeah, so Crypto Life, Crypto Mafia Life. We like doing new things with t-shirts. The Crypto Life. Got Ether. We're doing some new things. Crypto with Attitude, straight out of crypto. There's a lot of new products that we're going to be rolling out. If you enjoy novelty shirts in the crypto space, we're going to try to do something different than what most people are going to try to sell. And we actually spend time on our designs. We spend time on them. So it's not just throwing these things together. We take our time to get these done. I've been actually the lead designer on this stuff. So if you are interested, please hit the link in the description below and go ahead and grab yourself a Crypto Plunder t-shirt. Proceeds go to earnings to earn more crypto. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've already said this. Again, we're trying to show you business models, right? So you'll see me repeating business models because I want you to see that whether you're writing, whether you're a musician, whether you're an artist, a music artist. Hell, you can even go on Fiverr and do stuff. I didn't put it into this one this time, but you can go to Fiverr and offer your services. Start offering services. Start trying to earn. Right now, that more and more jobs due to automation are cutting the workforce down. And the faster you can start thinking about how to earn your own revenue, is the better you're going to be off in the long term. Right? So even if you have a job right now, take an hour a day and start putting that towards your own personal growth. Please. Because I don't want you to turn around next year and see, oh my God, I'm getting laid off. Or you may be going through it this year. So get started now. I wish I had started earning better with my products ahead of me being laid off. So think about those things. But the great thing is that when you work with a team of people that motivate you to keep pushing and to work hard, that's all you need. And thankfully, like with the East Coast Crypto Discord group family, it motivates me to keep pushing hard. So guys, subscribe to East Coast Crypto. Subscribe to the newsletter, subscribe to this YouTube channel, subscribe to the newsletter, subscribe. Keep up to date. Join the Discord. Hit the notification bell so that you know that we have new stuff that comes out. I mean, it's important to be able to grow, but it's also more important to share as much as we can to help you grow your financial future past just pumping any individual damn coin and praying it's going to do what it needs to do. We got to be smart with this and treat it like a business. And that leads us to this: Bitcoin accepted here. Again, make this your mantra. If you are not saying this or thinking about how you can do this for your business, why aren't you? Start doing that now. You do not earn, we do not buy our crypto, we earn it. We do not buy our crypto, we earn it. We do not buy our crypto, we earn it. The faster you can start getting that in your head is the better it's going to be, all better for you in the long term, especially when they're trying to throw these monkey crap tax laws at you. And you can say, well, I didn't treat this like an investment. I actually purchased Bitcoin not to speculate on it. I needed it to get into putting it into a platform so that I can publish my written articles and be able to market, promote them, and advertise them. Now all of a sudden that throws them for a loop. Like, wait, okay, it's a business. Oh wait, you weren't speculating on it. Oh wait, you only bought the coin so that you could put it into a utility. Oh, okay. Okay, since you didn't treat it like an investment, okay. That's the only thing that they can damn say, because your whole premise is showing them how it's being used as a business. And that's, at the end of the day, what you're going to have to do. You have to prove without a shadow of a doubt. And that's with anything that you have to deal with when it comes to the laws of your country, the laws of your state, the laws of your province. That you have the burden of proof to prove what you're doing. And if you can prove how you're running it effectively as a business and not as a speculative asset play, then you're so far from it being a stock, a commodity, a future, security. You're so far from how you talk about it that they have to see it as a business, a fundamental business practice. Then what can they do? But you're being taxed as if it's a business practice because you're laying it out as a business practice. You're showing your taxes as a business practice. You're accepting it as payment for services as a business practice. So start to begin to implement this into your business practice, because everybody is going to need a business. And if you don't believe it, watch how fast automation kicks your ass in the next 5 years. Actually 3, to be honest. But I'll give you a window for procrastination. So please start thinking about how you can accept Bitcoin into your business model. And yes, it fluctuates like hell. And it's not a stable means of monetary value. You may have to price it a little bit higher to cover that, or you might need to be cyclical with your business in which when you're going to earn your crypto. Like I don't try to push for earning my crypto on Bitcoin surges at high prices. I actually wait for dips and then I go ahead and I hunt for my clients or I hunt for my jobs. Because then I'm earning as much Bitcoin as possible. So whenever it does go up, okay, great. I've got my coverage, but I'm putting that into my publishing or into another utility so that I can earn there as well, right? Using it in my business, not using it to speculate. So please start doing this. Remember, we do not buy our crypto, we earn it. We do not buy our crypto, we earn it. And just in case you forget, we do not buy our crypto, we earn it. I want to thank you for spending time with me today. I know I jumped all over the place. I just needed to get this out because I know that the FUD is coming. We're watching the dip, so don't freak out. We were expecting this, especially since they did this last year this time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time all the way to the end of this video. I really appreciate you, and I will talk to you the next time. Peace.